Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And wow, we're going to have a fun time today on the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio programming. Not only because we have, on the fourth Saturday of each month, we have BW, we have Bonus Wong.
Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful, warm Saturday morning here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yep.
But I got to tell you, it's always good to be alive.
It is. And then Mr. Bill Cooksey is on the line this morning also. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Larry. How's everything in Memphis today?
I think it's great. Probably rather be where you are, but that's okay. It's hot is hot, and we had a hot time.
That's right.
Last Saturday at Springfield at the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame banquet. Put on with this first guest on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and then we're going to just kind of roll. We have four of the inductees on today's show, and I think you listeners out there are going to enjoy it, and I hope you've had a chance to check out all the information because this guy is the founder of the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame. His wife, Cindy, the family, they were all there at the Jenny and Johnny Morris Convention Center there at Bass Pro Shops, and we're always great to have Gary Mason on the line with us. Good morning, Gary.
Hey, good morning, Larry. Hey, Bill and Ron, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It's a week has come and gone, and I know week is that's why people can't understand the English language because they think week means W-E-E-K, but for Gary it's got to be W-E-A-K also because what's left of the smokestack, Gary? I tell you, it was a wonderful event. Bill has promised to be with us next year, and I can't wait to have Bill with us next year. Ron is now looped in now that he's the official photographer. But talk about it, Gary, how it went.
Well, it just was over the top, and, I thank everybody for all the calls that I've gotten throughout this last week, and I even got a phone call the other day from Mr. Johnny Morris himself apologizing that he could not be there, but he just said that he knew that it was a great event and all that he had heard. Some of his people were there,
yes,
as they always are. And Johnny just was very, very complimentary and wished everybody congratulations. So it was a great weekend. And, each and every year after it's over with on Sunday morning, I get to tell everybody goodbye and see them. And I sat back and I just think, wow, did I really get to do that? Did I get to stand? Did I get to stand on the stage?
Yeah.
With Jimmy Ronquist and Kathy Fennell and Kevin Van Dam and Philip Vanderpool. So many of my heroes in the outdoors,
yes.
And I actually got to stand on stage with them and help induct them into the Hall of Fame. But I mean, it just don't get any better than that. And each year, I look so forward to it. You're right, Larry. It's a lot of work, with me. And then, of course, my family comes in and helps out with everything that we do, including my two daughter-in-laws who absolutely, help keep things going. They help me do all the financial stuff and make sure that everybody is taken care of and on our auction items and stuff. But it was just a fabulous weekend. And, of course, it was, as always, it was great to see you and your beautiful wife there. And I just can't say enough about all the people that pitched in to help us honor those great people.
Well, we got a chance. You put us on table 24, not knowing who's going to be on there with us. Glenn Wheeler was on there with us, but we got to sit next to the voice of Bass Pro, Larry. I'm not sure what Larry's last. I can't remember. And his wife, Mary Ann, who was supposed to be named Miriam, like my wife, but they misspelled it on the birth certificate. So I'm sitting with the voice of Bass Pro, Larry next to Larry, and almost Miriam next to Miriam. And I hear this voice, and I recognize it, and he's the radio voice of Bass Pro. So, I mean, it was just storyline after storyline all around you. And to put it together and to see this, and there's more things coming, folks. It looked to me like Tommy Garner was shorter this year than he has. I don't know. I mean, you're whittling him down to size. He and
Tommy works really hard.
Tommy works hard. It was good to see the Critter Getter there. To see him, even in his wheelchair, do the Pledge of Allegiance, the patriotic to it. If it doesn't raise goosebumps on your back, there's something wrong with your goosebumper.
Well, I agree. I agree totally. It's just one of them things where if you come to it and you don't leave knowing that God was in the room and that there's something to smile about and wanting to salute the flag and thank all of our soldiers. I mean, that's what this is all about. And without all of them people, we couldn't do what we do. And but this event is so much dedicated to all the great men and women of the outdoors industry. And the sad part about this is we'll never get everybody before they go on to meet God's great reward. But I think our number one job, and we get requests all the time to induct people that have passed on, certainly show those folks a lot of respect. But I think our number one job is to give flowers to the living and thank those that are still here.
Yeah.
My theory is this, and I may be wrong, but this is my theory, is that, when we go on to God's great reward, there's no accolades on earth that can be given to anyone that's went on to join Jesus Christ and be at heaven's gate.
Yes, yeah.
But for those of us that are still here, this is a great reward and a great honor to everyone, and I'm so proud to be able to bestow that upon these guys and gals.
And one of the things, Cooksey, for the first time I can remember, and I've been to many of these things, we had a speaker get back up and come to the stage, emotional Bill Miller, because he forgot to mention his wife. And I saw Bill over there. He was crying and hugging his wife that he'd forgot to mention her. And she was trying to get him not to go back up there. Here he comes with his hat on, and he takes his hat off. Where else in the world can you go to a banquet like that you yield the stage to him? Get out of the way. Bill had something to say, and every one of the
Larry, I'll just say right here, Buck Gardner gave me some good advice, and he said make sure and write down everything you want to talk about because you're going to get up there and you're going to forget everything.
And he did. And I thought somebody had touched him with one of their speeches. And then he gets up there and and it's the same thing with several other speakers. But Gary, the program itself, 8 great people, and we're going to have 4 of them on the show today. I've already mentioned those names, but also Bill Miller, Philip Vanderpool. It was so good to see Philip up there and know what he's done, and of course Bob Redfern. And I'm just looking at my list here. It was just so many. And then, of course, the show stealer had to be Gail Camp.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
Did you expect that, Gary? What was you were standing there with a microphone, and this 98-year-old woman, Bill, gets up there, has a duck call around her neck with her lanyard. And
she had a couple of bands on there,
yeah, a couple of bands. Did you expect her to get up there and do that?
I seen that she had her duck calls on, and so when she come to receive her induction, I asked her. I said, Miss Gail, would you mind blowing a few notes on the duck call? And I'm gonna tell you something right now, and in front of Bill, because him and I both are what I consider to be really, really good duck callers.
Yeah.
I would put my duck calls in my bag and stand in the blind and let that lady call for me.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
It blew me away.
Yeah. It was.
I don't know of many grown men that I'd say that I would do that for, but I promise you, if that lady was in the blind, I'd put my calls in my bag and let her do the calling.
Because she didn't just blow that duck call, man.
She was so
She
awesome.
was in talent. She was in competition up there. She just won her senior division. We did
big time,
big time, and it was such a. And I know Ron's got a lot of great photos. We've already posted them on LarryRay.com. I know you're putting all this stuff together, Gary. So when will everything be posted? And those things. I mean, on the Legends website. Are you're working on that? I'm assuming.
We're working on that. There's a lot of things that goes on behind the scenes that has to be done once this is all over with. I mean, the bills have got to be paid. I've already got the dates locked in at the hotel for next year.
All right. Yeah.
I've already got 2 tables sold and 1 sponsorship. So,
okay.
There's a lot of things. To answer your question in a short way, we're going to try to get all the pictures up as soon as we can on our Facebook page where people can go capture them. But hey folks, go to Larry Ray's website.
We got them
and pull them off there if you need them before we can get them to you. But it's just it's a lot of things that goes on.
Well, I know in your years, and this is the 21st, and we missed one because of COVID. Right. Gail Camp will still be a memory maker. I know you had Kevin Van Dam, you had all these great people up there, but you're going to go away from.
And she was the only one that got a standing ovation.
Yeah, she wanted to. She may still be there. I don't know.
Well, without a doubt, she was the star of the show, and I can't wait. She's promised me that she's going to take me duck hunting in Arkansas this year on her club, and so I told her I was going to keep her feet to the fire, and we were going to do that. But what a wonderful lady, and what. I called her the queen of duck hunting.
Yes,
because she absolutely is.
Mm-hmm.
And what a historical person she is as well. Because Bill, and this is for you, she remembers duck hunting when there was no camouflage.
Oh yeah,
Just think about that. When everybody was wearing red and black plaid jackets and beige pants and still killing ducks. So back in the day.
Two-time world champion Gail Camp, and it's all over Facebook. You can watch. You can just Google Gail Camp, C-A-M-P, and you'll see Gary Mason there. His mouth isn't wide open, but he's watching her real close, and up there on her walker and all these things. But hey, Gary, I know, Bill, we missed you, but. I know
Same here.
Yeah, me and Bill went in together last year, and it was quite an honor for me. But to be up for this year and to be a part of the growth of this great event, and your wife is so sweet. I mean, she hugging my wife. Everybody, it's a hugging affair. I didn't hug long, but I've started to. These two, I couldn't catch him though.
I tell everybody it's a family affair because we're all family.
That's right. That's exactly right.
We all know one another, so it's just like a big family reunion. And
it was that, and we caught Long off guard. He didn't know his picture was on the big screen, but Miriam took a picture of him back behind there and everything. Why, Gary?
And Gary, thank you so much for the recognition. It's something that I do what I do because I enjoy it. It's a passion. And like I left it with everybody, a picture paints 1,000 words.
Yeah.
And I will cherish these pictures forever.
Yeah, so will everybody else. Gary, thank you, brother. We love you. And we're going to roll this show on out, and we'll send you a copy, and you hear what they say about you behind your back. No, they're going to.
Hey, love you guys, and listen, if they're talking about me, they're letting somebody else rest.
No, that's true. That's true. All right, Gary Mason, have a great day.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you, buddy. All right?
All right, see y'all.
All right. Let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and let's roll out the carpet here. We'll be right back.